Now, the Supreme Court has decided that the charges levied by banks for unauthorised overdrafts are legitimate. Campaigners are furious at the judgment, claiming that the banks owe customers £7.8 billion in unfair fees. They claim charging someone £35 every time they exceed their agreed overdraft limit is scandalous. However, writing in The Guardian today, Patrick Collinson reckons the decision is the right one because the money needed to pay back the bad customers would ultimately otherwise be paid for by those who do keep their bank accounts in good order. So is the ruling fair? And how closely do we monitor our own finances, ladies?
Well, you see, the thing is, I do think there should be charges for people who get unauthorised overdrafts, because obviously that's against the rules and everybody knows the rules. The conditions are sent out when you open the bank account. But the reason this all came about was because some people did get their money back, because I think it was the banking ombudsman or some, because there's like a banking code that goes under some law that says the charges have to be relative to what the actual work involved in administering the overdrafts are. They should be relative to that, you know. And when people said, how can possibly £35 charge for, you know, one day going overdrawn for 2p, because that's what it's like, it's not relative. You know, the bank, it doesn't cost the banks £35 to tell somebody that they're overdrawn by 2p. And then every time someone does another transaction, you get another £35. And that was what it was all about to start with. And some people did actually get their money back. So I think there should be a charge, but I think that the charges are extortionate, and I think they should be lowered. You know, if you paid £5, maybe that would be all right. But again, I agree with it in the sense that if you do keep your bank account in order, like I do, I'm very, very careful with my bank account, and I never go overdrawn.
A question, though, because obviously I'm more happy when we're talking about snogging, as you well know. But you know, say somebody has an overdraft of £1,000 and they go £5 over. Yeah. Someone has an overdraft facility of £5,000 and they go £3,000 over, or whatever. Are they both charged £35? Yes. So it's not means tested or not means tested, but you know whatever I'm saying.
Well, no, yeah, that's that. If it's a personal bank account, yeah, you know, the bank has rules, and when you open the bank account, they send out the conditions, terms and conditions. If you go overdrawn over your authorised amount, yes, you get charged. They all get charged the same. If it's a business bank account, I don't know what the rules are. They might be different.
Because I think, obviously we're in debt so much, so if there weren't any charges, we'd just be plunging the nation into greater debt. But somebody like me, who is a self-confessed financiophobic, and I'm not proud of it, I'm embarrassed about it, and I've talked about this before, but I have what I call a video timer face that my friend Don used to call it, which is in the olden days when you had a video machine and somebody tried to tell you how to set the timer. I would really desperately want to watch it, but I just find myself going... like that. And every time somebody sits me down and tries to talk about my accounts and my finances, I go into video timer face.
So, Dan, let me ask...
I'm terrified of it. I do that at the cash point when it goes balance. I just
so you're happy.
Like that
you're happy to just pay that money. You're happy to pay £35 even if you go 1p overdrawn.
I do have my dad. Thank God for Vin, who you know is like. It's just pathetic what I'm like. I mean, if a brown envelope with a window comes with my married name on it, I just go...
But you know what? I'm exactly the same as you. Don't understand it. I am rubbish, let me tell you. And those two letters, OD, I lived my life with... I'd look at my balance, you know, and go, oh, here I am again, overdrawn. But my family used to live in their overdraft and spend money. Now, I'm not overdrawn these days, but I wouldn't have a clue what's coming in, what's coming out. I'm sure over the years, I've got loads of stuff that's gone out of my account. I'm probably paying a loan that finished 5 years ago, and I wouldn't have a clue. And that's awful, isn't it? My ex-husband used to say, check your statement.
There's no excuse for being that stupid.
No, yeah, but you're...
There's not.
You're literally giving your money away. I check my bank accounts all the time, and quite often I find spurious things.
About it, though.
I'm not obsessive, but it's my money, and I don't want people taking it without me knowing.
Oh, here they go.
No, I agree with you, but you pay an accountant and you do all his work for him because you don't trust him to do it.
No, that's not true.
I think it's a hobby of yours to go through all of your money.
No, absolutely not.
The thing is, Fagan coming on.
Look, it's my money, and I work hard for it, and I pay a lot of tax, and I don't want it going to people who don't deserve or don't.
Your boyfriend's an accountant, so you're all right. I need an accountant boyfriend doing it out.
So, she's only been with Mark for 17 months. You are a self-employed grown-up.
Yes.
Right? With a child
and a
who you are responsible for, as are you, Denise. Now, are you telling me that you haven't got a basic grasp of just your household finances?
So annoying.
So, do you know what? Lisa, what's VAT?
Vodka and tonic.
Exactly. Oh, dear.
Thinks it is.
And on that note, how do you fancy at home a